Never put a dirty oil filter back on before. Hey, welcome back. Well, you're staring into the control center of the 1979 Chevy Custom 10 Deluxe pickup truck. Originally came with the 350 5.7 diesel motor. Now it's got the 350 Oldsmobile rocket in it. I picked up some parts. I think you guys are going to like this. We got a lot of work to do today. We've got an ignition switch for this. It's got a couple of keys that comes with it. This is only about $13 from Napa, by the way. Very nice. Empty box there, but it's for brake hoses. We got two of these. Look pretty simple to install, but from what I've gathered, they are kind of a nightmare. We're just going to work our way through it one step at a time. Got a couple crush washers for each of those. Picked up some AC Delco spark plugs from Napa. These are number 7. Number 7, I guess. Okay, here we go. It's 193-60569. And I picked up some plugs. I don't know what year this motor came out of, so we just went with the standard 350 Oldsmobile V8 from 76. So here are Ready, Set, Go Belden Edge premium spark plug wires. We're going to be using this steering wheel puller so we can install that. Should be fun. They say you kind of need one more tool to make it easy. I don't need to press in on the lock cylinder or something just right above it. Not really sure, but we're going to find out together. I think that's about it. Lastly, we got a 1040 Napa Gold filter. Hopefully that's the right size. Did a little cross-referencing there, and I picked up some Napa full synthetic 1030 weight. Napa's not a sponsor, by the way, but they seem to have the parts on hand. So you pay just a little bit more, you get the parts on hand, and they do some price matching. Not a sponsor, just get information to have. Let's get started on this thing. Well, I feel like there was something else that we're going to do today. I'm really kind of dreading these brakes. Don't let it paralyze you though. Sometimes that happens. Don't worry about it, just go after it. Took out one of the spark plugs, Champion RJ18YC6. These are pretty toast, if you can see that right there. I think that carburetor needs a rebuild. I'm not sure what it's got. These are just braked. Let's replace them. Don't say that. Let's take out the rest of these plugs and we'll see what we got, if it's oily or not. Cross your fingers. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think we've got 1, 3, 5, 7 and 2, 4, 6, 8 on this side. So this is going to be the number 2 plug. And I'm just going to kind of put them here in the battery tray just in order. We'll take a look at them afterwards. Try to keep these in order. All right, let's take a look here. You tell me what you think. This is going to be from the driver's side, so 1, 3, 5, 7. Passenger side 2, 4, 6, 8, unless I got my order wrong. This one looks like it might be a little wet, but it might be just fuel wet, not firing type of thing. Yeah, it could be about the same. These two look much better. These two were firing. Getting dirty from sitting on the air breather. Those two look better, so 2, 4 are good. 6, 8, especially 8. A little questionable. We got 1, 3, 5, 7. And these look pretty good. 1 looks a little wet. The rest of these look pretty good. And I think with that said, it's worth putting a new set of plugs in here. Let's throw some NGKs in here and see what happens. Picked up some AC Delco spark plugs. Let's throw some NGKs in there. See what happens. All right, second burst, same as the first. Let's get these plugs installed. Okay, I got them all installed. These spark plugs are pre-gapped, at least from what I read up on. AC Delcos come pre-gapped, so we're gonna leave that alone. Let's go ahead and replace our cables. Now all I'm gonna do, we're just gonna lay these down. Looks like they're not gonna lay out appropriately, which is fine. Just throw your new cables on the floor. Not a big deal, it'll be okay. Positive and encouraging, remember that. Let's start pulling them off. Let's go ahead and do the longest first. How about that? Yes. Come off of there. All right, moving right along. There's gonna be a lot of different things we gotta do to this. Looks pretty rusty in there. A little bit of orange discoloration. It's not a head gasket, that's for sure, it's just old. Where are we at? Down here. Ooh, that's full. Let me fix that real quick. Let's see, it's right up here. I loosened this up just the other day, just so I could get the... I needed to get the numbers off of the spark plug, off of the oil filter. So now we have it. Let's see if we can just get this off. It spills all over the headers. Oh yeah. That's another reason that we're going to have to move this outside when we fire it up. I'm going to plow some snow so that way we can actually get it out of the shop. There we go. Get on there. Please tell me that it's not the wrong threads. Well, here it is. It's got a big hole, it's a little hole. Not good. Well, this isn't going to be my proudest moment. In fact, this is the first time I've ever done this. Not normally making videos, so I can wait. But we're down to crunch time here. We got just a little bit of time left. And you guys want to hear this thing run. You picking up what I'm putting down? Yes or no? Drop it down in the comments. Would you do this just so we can hear it run? This thing's been on there for years. I can't believe we got the wrong one. We cross-referenced it and everything. We're just kind of striking out a little bit. Gonna have to take this in the next time. Change just the filter. We're putting it back on. Back on. Don't destroy me in the comments. Be nice. Doing it for you. It's an Oldsmobile motor. What a silly thing to do. But, you know, sometimes you got to. Oh is that? This is like the days of Mad Max beyond Thunderdome. Not enough oil filters to go around. Oh boy. I grabbed a sample for you. It's actually not too bad. I'd say it smells like gasoline. Carburetor cleaning, rebuild slash cleaning needed. Oh, that's embarrassing. I could wait, but we can't get out right now. The roads are drifted shut. We're gonna get the video out today for you guys. Thanks for being here. What's going on? It's all good. Just finishing draining there. I don't know. I've never put a dirty oil filter back on before. Foreman can handle it. Fingers crossed. Ishka. All right, let's throw this drain plug back on here. Shamefully. There's enough oil under here. I even double checked that it was the correct cross reference. Obviously it's not. Look at the oil cap here. Nice and dry, kind of grungy. So, oh, you know, is what it is. We got 5 US quarts. We're just gonna dump the whole thing in. Napa full synthetic 1030. Oil filters on, I hope. Yep, we did that. And what else? Put the plug back in. We're getting closer to firing this thing up. What a bummer. Have to put a dirty oil filter back on there. This truck just has never been well taken care of. It's just kind of like the farm truck, work truck, drive it till it breaks and then park it. You know, money didn't always go a long ways. Not like it does now. Meaning it doesn't now. It is what it is. 5 quarts down the chute. Full disclosure, we are going to take good care of this truck, but right now I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place. I don't want to wait to put the video out for you guys. We're not going to run it a long time. And that filter, it's still probably going to filter a little bit. Didn't feel like it was plugged up or, you know, full of gunk. Felt a little heavier than it should have, but not too bad. Don't ever do that to your engine, by the way. But this is a rocket, so should be okay. This vacuum hose does not feel correct. It's like a windshield washer fluid hose. It's too big. But it's what was on there, so we're gonna put it back on, I guess. Just for now. Swing it around. All right, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and replace this ignition switch. Let's get our steering wheel cover off. Pull that out, there we go. Got 3 Phillips in here. Also a little clip to take off. Might not need to take that off, I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah, we would. We'll try to keep this together. Just got this little clip right here holding the steering wheel nut on. All right, we're just gonna do this just to see. Probably could get it off, but I don't know if I could get it out without hurting it. Just still can't believe that we put that old oil filter on there. Sorry, Dad. Dad said to do things the right way, and I don't think that's what he meant. No. Doesn't look right. No. Yeah, there we go. These two buggers. So here's our tool. There we go. Pulls right off, get your splines inside. Okay, here's where you push it in. Then you got a little C-clip or snap ring that you need to get out. That's what that is. All right, we got it out. Just gonna slowly work it up the shaft here. Watch your eyes. There we go. This little clip, unless you have that special tool, I don't know what it's called, but here's a clip. This slides off. Here's your backing plate. Well, since those don't want to come out, we'll break out the power tool. There is one more Phillips right back in here, and I don't know if this is the one, but I think it is. We'll find out, I guess. All right, and there it is. Whew. And it pulls right out. So it just didn't have any movement in it anymore. Still can't get the key out. So with that said, let's not waste any time. Let's put it right back together. So, went pretty good. Got the old keys. We're gonna keep this keychain for Dad, and let's move on to the next part. Well, here's where we're at. We got the ignition installed. We got the plugs in. We've been waiting long enough. We got the wires on. And check this out. Up, down. Look at this. Isn't that nice? So we got that oiled up. We got to grease it up. We got the old filter on. Can you believe that? How terrifying is that? If this was a new vehicle, that would be absolutely worse. I still don't like it happening to the Foreman right now, but we just seem to have a string of bad luck where we don't get the right parts. We're working on that. Keep moving forward. We're going to make it past this. Let's go ahead and fire it up. We don't have any brakes. We're in the same spot we were last time. We're just out of time for this video. I'm going to open up the door. You ready? Look at that. How about we fire this up for the first time? Here we go. It's going to be loud. Oil plugs in, filters in. Let's just go for it. Here's what it looks like outside. There's the junkyard Mazda. Oh boy, just wait for that one. 6.2 liter diesel. And we just had There's your oil pressure. Horn works. Got those brake lines. They need to be put on for the next time. Looks good right there. Catalyst can be burning off those tenders. Well, I think that's going to do it for this time around. Let's close this hood since it closes so nicely now. Whew. We've got vacuum leaks all over the place. That's not going to help out with running. Definitely need a carburetor cleaning and probably a rebuild in all likelihood. Trying to get this thing running good again so we can drive it anytime we want to. Look at that. Closes nice. Well, that's going to do it. This was kind of a crazy one here. I mean, I don't know. We were going to do those brakes, but they're pretty much a disaster to work on. I got to figure out a way to get a vise on one. Of course, get the 5/8 on the other side. And try to reach them both at the same time. Might have Julie help out with that. We've got a surprise coming in our next video too. So stay tuned for that. We're going to do some swag on this truck. And it's all thanks to you guys for watching. We appreciate it. If you're looking to do your ignition on your truck, if you're having problems with it, about $14 at Napa. Pretty easy to do. Remember that shaft slides down in. Keep it pulled out. You'll have a pretty easy job there. Got these brake lines to go on, like I said. Get some tools picked up here. I'm glad the ignition's working. I'm glad we got new plugs and wires in. I got to take a look. I think one of those wires might be switched around too. I'm not for sure, but who knows? It seems like at one point in time there was question on whether or not a couple wires were switched around. So we got to take a look at that. That would cause a backfire like that. We got to do a thermostat on this. We got to do a water pump. All kinds of stuff coming up. And got a sneak peek of what's sitting out there in the yard. We got another Will It Run and Drive coming up. We've been snowed in here for probably about 4 out of 7 days this week. We're going to run this thing, see how it does. Rocket style.